And with that, hello and welcome everybody to today's games of the PUBG Nordic League Season 7. Well, the first matches have already concluded. The first 3 days have been played, and that means we have a leaderboard which is complete with all 12 matches of all 24 teams. So let's hop over and see how that looks. And as you can see, we have No Slack currently in the lead with 156 points. Then Triema on second with 119. 113 points for the High Beasts. 111 for Washed. 107 for Primal. 100 for Unwanted. 89 for Kitchen. 80 points for the Thirst Traps. 67 for Higos Amigos. 65 for Lathan Rentain. 63 for Vulcan. 62 for Late to Party. And then in the second half of the leaderboard, NWP with 58 points, 54 for Perpetual Failure, 53 for the Young Danes, 52 for Storanam, 49 for Tilt Factory and Dragon's Kiss, 48 for Skara Sommerland, 45 for Retired and Expired, 44 for All Against Us, 40 for the Boastgusters, 37 for 6 feet 4 Fully Tattered, and last but not least, the next gen Boomers with 31 points. But that's not all, because we obviously want to show you which teams will be joining us today. And since we still have a bit of time, lobby is just getting started, I'm going to take the time to show you that as well. There we go. As you can see, No Slack will be joining us. We have Triema with us, Thirst Traps, Primal, the Hype Beasts, Higos Amigos, Young Danes, Late to Party, Storanam, NWP, 6 feet 4 Fully Tattered, Lathan and Rentain, Dragon's Kiss, Retired and Expired, the Next Gen Boomers, and the Boastgusters. Those 16 teams will be joining us today. And yeah, those will be the teams which will be responsible for all those deaths on Miramar, Tego, Rondo, and Erangel you love and know. As you can see, they already have some points on the leaderboard, which is due to us having played the first match day between Group A and B already. So we're gonna hop into match day number 2 between those teams, and in the end, we will have 6 days played. 2 times A versus B, 2 times A versus C, and 2 times B versus C. All right. I'm ready. The teams are ready, even though we only have 62 players at the moment. So that means we'll hop over into the action. Match number 1 will start in a few seconds. And even though it says match 6, day 3, I'm going to fix that now, because it's match 1, day 4, actually theoretically day 2 between those two groups, but day 4 in total of the PUBG Nordic League. And as you can see, our plane starts, well, kind of in the middle of the west and goes to the middle of the east. Not to confuse with the Middle East on the world, but obviously the Middle West and Middle East of Miramar. And that means a lot of possible drop locations are not reachable for the team. Everything up here in the north and down here in the south is not reachable. Los Leones will be a tight spot. Puerto Paraiso, Resort, Partona, Prison, Valdemar will not be reachable. Same goes for Aces, Campo Militar, and maybe Tierra Bronca and Co. All right, let's hop in. The plane is joining us, and that means the first teams are already dropping out. NWP over here. Following them, we have Lois and Rentain, High Beasts, Late to Party. Next up, we have Triema and not quite sure who that was, but barely. Higos Amigos, Storanam, Primal. Then we have Retired and Expired. Over there, the Next Gen Boomers, the Young Danes, No Slack, Dragon's Kiss. That should be all of them. Obviously, we forgot the Thirst Traps and the Boastgusters, which dropped out first. That was Triema. That over here is Higos Amigos. And which team did I? Oh, there, 6 feet 4 fully tatted, obviously. I forgot them. Not due to their a not interesting name, but rather due to me not really seeing that icon clearly. You can already see that Retired Expert is quite close there to the players of Higos Amigos, at least partially, because we can see Demir and eBay already going for the rotation. Not quite sure if it is eBay, but I guess so. Oh no, it's AVM. You can see them driving around Cray QT. They will most likely be able to make it to Los Leones or somewhere else. Do have a bit trouble steering here. But yeah, that's the good old German driving. Nonetheless, they will try their best. And Bobby also with some shots saying, alright, if you want, you can go for the hunt, but you will not succeed. So, let's check out the circle. As you can see, we have barely 3 teams in the circle, which is Triema and Picado, the guys from NWP with the Montenuevo split, and last but not least, late to party in Chumacera. This time they are not late to party, because they are early to party, because they are one of the first teams in the circle. Both Gustas are not in. We have one player from the Hypebeast, which is currently in the circle, which is Novik, getting now joined by Ingmar. Doffy and Fussface still have to do that, even though Fuss is on the way as well. Then we have the Thirst Traps up here. Loisenrentane, Storanam, 6 feet 4 fully tatted, the Next Gen Boomers, Dragon's Kiss, the Young Danes, Primal, Retired and Expert, No Slack, and last but not least, obviously, Higos Amigos. They will have a quite easy way. They can just drive down that street from Los Leones. But this will get interesting, maybe. Because, late to party, Xerox is quite close to Simon there. Or rather, Simon is quite close to him. And as we can see, all roads, in this case, could maybe lead to Chumacera. I'm not gonna drive with him, man. Simon, bro, you might want to drive straight narrow roads rather than go and fall through the ridges over here. As we can see, Joey already there, for late to party. And that means Chumacera is already taken. Oh, Xerox quite close to Simon here. First shots go now. Trying that drive-by. Not successful. Simon thinking about going there. Oh, we can see it's not Lupus with some shots in the direction of Simon. Not able to get a knock in. But at least able to get some shots in. So let's see, we have more movement coming in. Hypebeast rotating close to 6 feet 4 fully tattered. Except for Limp Mule Rider, who still has a way to go. Guess I maybe want to play the position Ingmar is currently holding. Or are they stopping? It's not looking like they want to stop. So they most likely might want to go for the position of Ingmar. Yeah, up on the hill. Quite a good compound to play. You have the high ground, you have good visibility. Can see teams approaching. The only compound which you can't really see quite good is the church behind this hill. Triema having some trouble over here, it seems. From running over, I don't know. We have the Boast Gustus over here trying to fend off the arriving players from Thirst Traps. Not quite sure why, though. Normally you would want them to get close so you can kill them, rather than try to kill them while they try to arrive. Oh, and over here, this might get interesting. Gaff currently driving through the sandstorm, which is, yeah, you can barely see anything, but he knows that Higos Amigos were in front of him. Almost found that rock there. Still using that sandstorm to his advantage, trying to outplay Higos Amigos. And as we can see, oh, we got our first kill of the match. Dingen got killed by Hot and Spicy. That most likely happened over here. Begunda there. Yeah, Dingen tried to breach the position Shoei and Hot and Spicy are currently holding. Shots. Oh, nice headshot by Kirin against Savvy. And it looks like the Thirst Traps want to go for that breach now. They have one knock in there. And are already pushing. I mean, you can see Ariel and Yola currently holding. Spray coming in. Lithuanian Shame found. Nice spray by Ariel. But below him. Momo Manido's coming close. First nade came in. There was not a bad one. We're not really willing to push over the ridge yet. Good vibes already surrounding those Gustus. They know it's only 3 players there. There's our nade. Oh, that might be able to hurt some. That nade up there wasn't bad too. Ariel gets hit by the blue zone nade. Yola as well is not really willing to move out of that corner. That nade didn't hurt. Good vibes coming in from behind. Gets a first, not gets a second one. And suddenly it's just Yola who gets a re-knock against Lithuanian Shame. Underhand flash, flashes himself, but is lucky and flashes the Thirst Traps, but unfortunately still gets eliminated. Both Gustus out on rank 16. So far so good, at least for some of the teams. Let's check out what this little nice circle has in store for us. You can see, I don't know, quite close over here to Retired and Expired. We're trying to push forwards and shooting in the direction of Mommy and Salmon. I'm not quite sure they know that I don't know is there, but it might be. Yura Enjoyer still has to move and catch up with his teammates while the players from Dragon's Kiss all need to make it to the circle. I most likely will try to choose a rotation through the southern part of the map. Rather than the southern part of the circle. He's now over here coming close to Mommy. And if you followed from the start, you know Nosler currently is in the lead with 156 points. With Triema coming in second with 119. And those are our first players from both of these teams. Might face off against each other. Still have Sata down here. Mommy up here. So they might find each other. But before that, we have Primo facing off against the players from Stornam. Circle shifted, another shift to the south. Now from behind, the lineup from the Young Danes with some shots in the direction of Noslag, which prohibits Mise from finding... let's hop over here. NWP facing off against the Thirst Trap, and it's just Kirin Ichiban who gets knocked from behind now. Lithuanian Shame now the last man standing. We can see shots coming in from the left. That should be over here. The lineup from Base and Rentane. which got some hits in. But still, this should be it for the thirst traps, at least for 3/4 of them. Only one man who still is in the game, and that's Lithuanian Shame. Like I said, circle shifted. We still have the lineup from Dragon's Kiss. They still need to make it to the circle. We can see the Hypebeasts are lucky. They get the top hill compound and they get an additional airdrop delivered. They found the flare gun. See what's in there. Farmers. I'm not quite sure this is landing. Well, it might. If they are unlucky, it might land on the roof. But it might just land between the buildings. So let's wish them luck in getting that weapon. As we can see, there's also another airdrop over here, which has not been found yet. Holds a DBS. Well, I guess not everyone wants that. Nick gets tagged by Novik. Like I said, perfect position there for the Hypebeasts. I can see quite far. Oh, another attack against Ingmar by late to party Xerox. The late to party has set their sights on them. I mean, you can see quite far, but you can detect from all sides. Shots coming in against Higos Amigos. They have to search for a position of their own. And as you can see, there's a lot of movement still going on the map. Higos Amigos will try to play that position from late to party, I guess. Maybe. Let's check that out. At least try to play a position down here. But that won't work with no slack quite close to them. All the way over there on the roof, we have the Hypebeast, so they most likely will try to breach late to party, and Ivy just barely helping the mayor there. He still gets knocked, and that's it. Higos Amigos just, well, that did not work out in the slightest. That did not work out in the slightest, unfortunately. Circle shifted again to the north. Again, we have movement from the next gen boomers. Lithuanian Shame still has. I'm not quite sure why he did call the emergency pickup and is not using it. So, yeah. He's late to party. Not late to party. They were early to the party. My guess is that we might have an end zone around here-ish. So, good position for Storanam. Good position for late to party. They do have to move out of that low ground though. Hypebeast in a good position. And, well, double Hypebeast position because Duffy's over here trying to fend off anyone trying to get to this building. Down on the other side we have Primal 2-2 split. So they have a good position as well. Might be hard for Duffy to defend that building. Oh well. And this is a breach from a Titan Expert there. Robin gets tagged. Nate in the direction of Hot and Spicy is able to dodge that because it was not cooked. Not Lucas using the gas can. Has to watch out that he's not burning himself. Break duty with Nate in hand, and that will light the gas can. But Retired and Expired is still annihilated by Late to Party. And Late to Party this time is not Late to Party at all. Good for them. More shots coming in from Triema. Like I said, currently rank number 2 in the total leaderboard. And over here we have a fight between the young Danes at 6'4", fully tattered. Nate. Phonics then. Over there can see the next one. Even though that blue zone nade is coming in, that blue zone nade is going away. And now it's just one. No, it's two. Dolondora and VZ, the last two man standing. 4 6 feet for. Oh well, it's just VZ. Dolondora knocked by Ketter's nade. As you can see, he's not really sure where to lick. Yellow has been knocked. And that's it. GG, well played. Ketter just eliminates him. Going for the rest on yellow. And that means rank number 13 for the lineup. For the next lineup. And Dragon's Kiss is eliminated as well by Noselek. And Noselek might have found their next opponents because NWP is coming close as well. Gav just has a bike. I'm not quite sure if he's using it. He's able to use it. That was what I wanted to say. NWP already having the high ground, might be able to fight against the young Danes. Later party taking over the Topple compound after the lineup from Hypebeast did retreat. And over there we have a Frostface saying, alright, if you want to fight me, you fight me. And you might die though. Zetron knocked and flushed, but Pretty Boy Floyd's nade finds him, and therefore Hypebeast might lose one of the players as well. Depending on if they go for that save or not. We could see Frost for a few seconds. Nimby now with a knock against Mixon. I'm not quite sure why Nimby knocked on Darren, but I might suggest that he has a disconnect. Thunder still above. Watch out. Darren has been eliminated. Flash coming in from the side. And it's Keta again trying to move around at the off angle. While Late Party is facing off against our currently first place teams in No Slack. I'll have to show you that. Garganda goes knock. There's one man left and that's it. GG, well played. No Slack eliminated as well after they tried to breach against the Late Party and Triema. Which is good for Triema to be correct, because they're currently, like I said, second place. They want more points. And especially if those points are against No Slack. Because they, well, have 30 points less than they have. 37 to be exact. In the direction of Not Lucas. Nice one. That definitely hurt. Well played, Simon. Not Simon says, but Simon throws. VSS Enjoy in trouble. He wants to get to his body. Not much cover there, though. He still makes it and goes for the rest. Just coming back and going for the rest on Mixon. That's not bad. I mean, he still has a level 2 West and an M4 in here. Mixon killed. VSS Enjoy knocked. That didn't pay out. Hot and spicy over here with the kill and knock. Looks like they did fall back a bit. And over here we have Triema. There's a long split. Down here, Suriname, and over there, double loot drop. A double loot drop for Primal. We're trying to go get on the roof and get that AWM. Not sure what it was here. That should have been your Enjoy, yeah, with the farmers in hand. They're still trying to get on that roof somehow. Took some then though. That's not gonna work. Lithuanian Shame still alive for the thirst traps. He might be able to get into the top 8 if that continues. Because the Young Dames just have been eliminated. Rank number 9 for them. Rank number 8. So far, at least for Lithuanian Shame, who still has to move. But, as you can see, a Pretty Boy Floyd already running in his direction. Mind you, not with him in hand, but with the thought in hand that he might have to face off against Leusen Renting. And that will prove to be difficult for Lithuanian Shame, because he... Oh, if it would have been just one, it would have been easy. But just ignoring him gets floored by him now. Did not know he was there. And that's another point on the board. Has seen Tien, and from the side, Floyd just takes him out. Rank number 8 for the thirst traps. At least a placement point, but now the Hypebeasts are storming in the direction of the next gen boomers, and Tien just gets floored. Another spray in the direction of Floyd, who gets a headshot for 54 damage. Hypebeasts left with 3 players. A player only for the next gen boomers. Floyd needs to reload. Alarm eliminated thanks to Triema. That did not happen on top of the hill, though. I tell you that. That happened. I'm quite sure. I don't know, quite close. Has thrown the first nade. Get the spray in. Hot and spicy knocked as well. That's just not it. It's that. Now it's not Lupus. He's still on his feet for late to party. Car explodes, almost falls on it, not Lupus. Out in trouble. Gets eliminated by Saidi. Late to party out on rank number 6. We can see Trema falling back down the hill. And the next foe advances. A Primal with the knock-in flush against Marv. Leusen Rentain, well, they might take a kill as well if they continue to push in the direction of Trema. They want points as well, and if they can take out the current second place, why not? Nate in the direction of Simon, who gets a knock against Euro Enjoyer. Fortunately, that nade is not good. Mon thinking about picking over the range, over the ridge, and gets the knock against Berlin Monkey. Confirm the flush as well. Able to do so now, thinking about falling back, getting away from a Primal, facing off and focusing on Leusen Rentain, who just get knocked by Duffy for the eyepiece. We're down to 5 teams. One of those teams being over here, Pretty Boy Floyd, as last man standing for the next gen boomers. Facing off against Ingmar from the High Beasts. Smoke. That. Nice tack against Ingmar. Focusing on a forwards movement. Let's watch out for the side, because as we can see, Novik and Duffy with the perfect position. And now, Pretty Boy Floyd is out. Next gen boomers down on rank 5. Which means we're left with 4 teams. 2 players left for Primal. 2.5 players left for Trema. 4 players left for Leusen Rentain. And 3 players left for the Hypebeast. Hypebeast were on rank number 3. Trema, like I said, on rank number 2. Primal on rank number 5. The last team, Leusen Rentain, they were on rank number 10, so they need more points than the other teams. Considering the Hypebeast had 113 prior, Primal had 107, and Trema 119. And Leusen Rentain only 65. So, yeah, they could use a chunk of points. Best position in the circle, though, as we can see, for the Hypebeasts, who are currently the only team in the circle. Longest way and worst possible position over here for Trema and for Primal, because you can't run over there. That will get hard. Novik giving up his position so they can face off against Leusen Rentain. Lito with the knock against Ingmar. Successful. It coming in the direction of Lito and Mouse. Not able to get the knock in. And that is the timing for Primal. As you can see, they're on the move. They still had a car. Same goes for the lineup from Triema. Also his nice positioning. Nate coming out by Novi and by Jagezi. No luck. And now it's the Hypebeast in trouble. Theoretically, if Triema would not face off against Primal and rather against the Hypebeast. Mommy now knocked by Novik, who says, man, I can work in both directions. Nito over here. Thinking about getting Mouse back. Sideep says, well, why not fight on two fronts as well? Gets a kill against Mommy. Now it's just, I don't know, left for Triema. Here's he with Nate in hand. Wrong direction, though. I don't know. Almost down. And Dennis says, well, let's finish this. Hypebeast. Left with 3. They were in an unfavorable position, considering that Primal and Triema made a move. Now that changed, though. They were the only team in the circle. That changed as well. Toffee with the kill against Mouse. Place and Lantane will. They still need to move. Paddyb over here just waiting for his time to fight against Primal, but saving himself with that smoke from the side so he can face off against the Hypebeast. They still have 2 cars and they need to move as well. So it looks like Doffy will try to make a move. Lito with a good position there. Doffy most likely will go knock against Novi if he's lucky. Or if Novi sees him. I'm not sure. Doffy using that bus to his advantage. I don't know if there's someone to his left. Nice attack against Denner. With the smoke, not able to get a knock in. Still best position in this circle so far for Lito. He's closer to the center than Doffy and Novi, if I'm not mistaken. So Gizzy still has to move. And a side deep in front of him. He's not sure how to move. Not while the other teams are not fighting Sideep. Sideep still trying to find a position. Bad position, though. I mean, theoretically, it would have been a bad position for Gizzy if he would just peek over this ridge. Throw an 8 just to that smoke, and that would have been it for Sideep. Good seeing he had that smoke in the direction of the Hypebeast, though, which are moving forward now with the Mirado in the direction of Doffy, using that as cover as well. 8, that one looks perfect in the direction of Sideep. If Shugazi would have thrown that earlier against Sideep, that would have been it for him. He's still down, though. He has not... I'm not quite sure if he has seen Lito and Denner. Loser Nate's coming in. And it still has... Yes, he still had his backpack, his circle, his backpack thingy. Denner gets more. Molly coming in, and that should be it. Yeah, trying to jump out there, burning. Lois and Lentane eliminated by the Hypebeats, and now it's a 2 against 3. Primal versus the Hypebeats. Novi and Chagazi moving forwards. It's Doffy, Ingmar, and Novik. Nice spray! Ingmar getting the first knock against Novi. And now it's just Chagazi who has to heal. What's Ingmar there? They're trying to come in from the side, and that's it. Is he falling back? Sees Doffy. Is he able to get that knock in? Yes, he is. Has to heal now, but the blue zone is pressuring him. He needs to move. And he needs to sink fast. And that's it. GG, well played. Ingmar with the spray. And that 10 kill chicken dinner for the Hype. More kills though. While late to party was 12, 2,393 damage though, or 2,394 if we round up for the hype beast, as well as 7 assists. We're gonna hop over for a quick break before we will return with match number 2. And there we are, back with the updated leaderboard. 82 points now for No Slack, with Streamer coming in second with 77. 63 so far for the Hype Beast, 59 for Primal, 54 for the Thirst Traps, 48 for Late to Party, 42 for the Young Danes, 41 for the lineup from Higos Amigos. Then we have 34 for Lois and Lansdane, 31 each for NWP and Storonam, 26 for 6 Feet 4 Fully Tatted, 24 for Dragon's Kiss, 18 for the Next Gen Boomers, and last but not least, Retired and Expired was 14, and the Boastgasters was 12. Let's hop over. Match number 2 is upon us, despite it saying match number 1. No, it's not a remake. I was just too lazy and forgot to update the banner. We'll do that after we follow the plane. As you can see, first teams are already dropping out and searching for the loot spots over here on Miramar. Match number 2 of the day starts with that plane, and obviously, as you can see, the last drop out might be NWP. This time, as you can see, our plane dropped down from the north to the south rather than from the east to the west, or west to the east. First shots by Yolle over here, trying to get attack in against the lineup from Thirst. So before I forget it, I'll obviously update the match badge so that it reflects that we are currently in match number 2, not in match number 1. So, first spots for the Boastgusters, Thirst Traps, and Loisen Rendane, as well as the Next Gen Boomers. Then we have Storinam and the Dragon's Kiss, 6'4", fully tatted over here. Then with the Power Grid split, we have the High Beasts. The Young Dane's quite close there to Noslack, to Primal. Noslack theoretically as well, if you consider that close. But Berlini Monkey and Mixin are quite close to each other. Then with the Kantara split, we have Retired and Expired, who will play as 3-mans for the whole day. Crema with the Picardo split, Noslack with the Impala split. Well, with Theta very close to Los Leons. Los Leons played by Higos Amigos, and Chumisera again played by the lineup from late to party. And down, all the way in the south, in Resort, we have NWP. It's not really looking like we do have that big of a difference. Or that big possibility of team fights. So that means I will show you the updated leaderboard for all the lobbies. So the overall leaderboard. Hope I did add that. Oh, just hold on. Right. Can't show you that then, but I can tell you how it looks. We have 161 points for Noslack with 133 for the High Beast, now taking over second rank. Going up 1. Bama with 130 on third place. 117 for Primal, 111 for Washed. They don't play today, so doesn't matter. Unwanted not playing as well. Same goes for Kitchen. Surstraps was 85, now on rank 8. Sarah Crooks might die to Scaff over here. He's him. Mini in hand. First, 2, 3, and he gets the knock. Just barely before Thera was able to get behind that wall. Still, first kill of the match might be this one. Flush confirmed. Gav getting the kill against Sarah Crooks, and therefore Noslack might be able to get that compound. Retired and Expired, now left with 2 players. Over here we have Primal. Quite close to him as well. They might have heard those shots. Or at least they should have heard those shots. With a 2-2 split though. We have Nervi and Balimuki right here on the street where I was just now. And Yura, Enjoy, and Jagazi over here in Mises Generalis. I'm not quite sure if you want to stay there. At least with that 2-2 split. Because the chance that someone else will try to get into Minas is not that low. Well, we can see another knock over here. Igmar got knocked apart, I don't know. And as we can see, there has been a smoke deployed. Still Trema with the possibility to maybe get another kill. No. Not like that. Maybe now. Coffee has not got him back on his feet. And now, as we can see, coming in from behind, Simon with the drive-by and the kill against Ingmar. And now it's just Doffy. Getting tagged as well. More shots raining in. Nate coming in as well. Trying to smoke himself, and Simon again with the kill against Doffy. And that's it for Hypebeast number 2. Novik and Frostface over here from the top hill. And not see, unfortunately, Simon. We get stacked. But barely noticeable. No, no. The 49 damage and 25 damage against Novak. Over here. Like I said, this will get interesting. As you can see, coming in from above, we have the Boastgusters going for Minus Generalis. And Primal over here is quite close to them. With their 2-2 split. Shots in the direction of Jolly. Not able to get that knock in though. There's traps with shots in the direction of Dragon's Kiss Moon Forest. Still makes it out of that crossfire as well. Playing together with Peloton, Pitaya, and Yuri. And most likely is quite happy that he made it to that compound so he could heal. Nonetheless, as we can see, a lot of teams have already arrived in the circle. A few still have to make their way. NWP and Lois and Rentain. With Lois and Rentain coming in quite late. And Lithuanian Shane might be in trouble because Yuri is just below him in that compound. Yuri has heard him, so yeah, calling for backup. Naya coming close. Yes, Enim spray comes out and Lithuanian Shame gets floored. Thirst trap, unfortunately, losing their first player against Yuri and Dragon's Kiss. He was too close for his own good. Good way of saying, alright. Unfortunately, I couldn't save you in time. That's alright. I'm going to wait here for the others. Maybe you will try to get some revenge. Then goes a full fast face. He was quite close to Storinam. Here there was Novik. They want more kills as well. First attack against Soda, who has been spotted by Fast Face as well. But in the over here, quite close to Novik. Quite sure that Storinam knows that there's someone close. But might have heard that stab from Novik. Knock against Shoei. Over here, and Vladen gets floored by Novik. Storinam losing their first player in this fight as well. And now it will get interesting, because from the side, Fast Face with the knock flush against Lux. All out cues. That means Storinam left with 2 players as well. So now it's a 2-2 between those two teams. Circle shifted from some of the teams, and we can see the next gen Boomers getting breached by 6'4" fully tattered. Lord losing his his nade. From the side, the Panzer just doesn't hit Fortman. He's able to get the knock against Solondoro. Fortunately, he's the only player from his team in this building. You can see that Zetran and Tien not even close. Oh, nice nade from Mule Rider. Fortman gets knocked by Cynic. And that means next gen boomers will lose another player. While Cynic is going for the rest on VZ. Bondar still remains knocked because Limp Neuro says, well, I'm not gonna try to touch it. Shots coming in from the left and the right. It's just a hell of a valley over here. Now, Ian gets knocked Zetron, the last man standing for the next gen boomers. So they're coming back already. Spicy most likely the one responsible for that. Arf has seen Robin. And he's alone in here. And that's it. Richard and Expert eliminated. Even though there were still some shots coming in from Berlin and Monkey for Primal. But not enough to save him. Veteran over here currently looting. Knows that Malmo Manila is there. Using the blue zone station. Recall station or whatever you want to call it. What else happened? Not much so far. I mean, all the teams are in the circle. Or at least close, like 64 Fully Tattered and Late to Party. It will be interesting. Alright, trying to get away there. Shots over here from Keter. In the direction of Primal. Trying to find that opening. The first knock so they can breach. They would do that if they would know that Primal is just playing 2-2 splits. Been a lot easier. Circle shifts again, this time to the eastern part of the map. Lito. I wanted to say following Malmo Manila, but he's not. He's just looting. Malmo is quite close to him, though. Trying to go for his car. Not quite sure if they maybe think about playing the compound Lito is at. That's not looking like it. Looks like I want to play the top of the compound. Benno with the knock against VZ. Not sure where that happened over here. And we got a game crash. Great. Standing close. Well, at least it did not happen like last time, just right in the middle of the final fight. So let's start and hope we come back into the fight without issues and delay. Nonetheless, it happens. We have all played PUBG. And sometimes it just happens in the awkwardest and most unfortunate moments. Nonetheless, while we do have the time, thank you all for being here. I hope you'll enjoy the cast, and thank you for all the new follows coming in, and which will still come in today. At least I hope so. And I hope I see you again for the next 2 days. Obviously, we'll cast. Because I will also be here for match day number 5 and 6 for Group B versus C and A versus C, which will happen in the next 2 weeks. Nonetheless, game is starting back up, which means you don't have to see my face in the next few seconds. But obviously, after we load into the game, you have to see the game again and hear me yapping about it. But at least that should be more enjoyable than just hearing me yap. So let's hop into it. Match number 2 returns. All right, we don't want that. We want that. I'm gonna hop over here. That's so we hopefully get all the mini map icons. And over here, Hypebeast facing off against Suriname. Novik just deleting Soda and Manox. As you can see, we're down another team. 14 teams remain. Gav. All knows like that happens over here. So he's fighting, trying his best, but late to party still is eliminated by Scarf and Sutter. 3 kills, 520 damage for Scarf already. Because Amigos quite close to them. See, I don't know, coming in from behind. Young Dane's close as well. Makes it even more confusing. Those colors. So it's a fight out in the... Yeah, out of the circle so far. You can see Harpy's coming close. Cetron might be the next one to be eliminated. Mommy might have heard, and WP arriving here. With the knock against Marv. These things. Alright, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna play Bush. Try to move. I've seen better. Falls back says, alright, there's someone got knocked. Let's see if we can do something. Spotted MG3 enhance of Renzarin. With a knock against Cynic. That happened over range, but it's still a kill. Dixon though against the Mea. And gets a knock against Med and Barbie as well. Avia pushing up the hill. Flash is coming out. Not seeing anything. Runs too far. Still throws his nade. Not sure if that does anything though. Trying to get the flush, gets knocked because he's blind as well. And that just leaves Mani trying his best to maybe do something. He just more scattered. And that's it. GT well played. Amigos eliminated after Nimsy gets a knock against the Mayor. Still knows like over here we still have 1 player left. No, still have all 4 players left. The next gen boomers are eliminated. Zetron was found by Novik. Like I suggested, what would happen. Deep trying to get away from the Boastgasters. Time for a little toilet break. Is what you might think. The monkey with some shots in the direction of Yoli. Of Happy. Marv with the kill against Yellow. And Danes are left with 3 men only. It might be 2. As VSS Android 2 is knocked as well. Keta over there. In not the best of positions. Might be able to get the kill against your Enjoyer though. And that spray was just on point. Able to get the kill. Has to watch out though for the players from the Boastgasters. Considering the position from Yoli, if he would move forwards a bit, which just here you would see Keta quite fine, be able to stay hidden at least for a bit, but nonetheless we still have over here Hypebeast and Lothan Rendane as well as the thirst traps. I'm not quite sure why Good Vibes is not shooting at Elite. Oh, yeah. Couldn't see him on the roof. Then with Nate in hand, that, well, explodes, but doesn't hit anyone. We can see there's only 2 players left for the Hypebeast, Novik and Fast Base. And WP eliminated, Burganda spotted by Mon. That means we are down to 9 teams. Those traps over here. Good compound so far, depending on the shift for Dragon's Kiss. Then over here to Ema. Last one standing for the young Danes is Hatter. Looked like he wanted to run in the direction of the building here held by Dragon's Kiss. Then obviously, still Primal alive. The Boastguest is still alive. Lathan and Dane and the Hypebeast who took over that compound now after Lathan said, alright, let's get together. Huddle up. Don't play the 2-2 split. Still, it will be quite hard for the Hypebeast to protect that compound, considering that the surge traps are quite close to them. Still, nonetheless, the next circle might shift over here. This might be our end circle, which is in favor of the surge traps. And that means that all the teams over here might have to move. It could also shift over here. But still, anything is possible. We'll see when the circle shifts. 22 seconds remain. Satter, like I said, the last man standing. Like Katter is eliminated by Jagazi, and that means the Young Danes are out on rent 9 third placement points. Katter carrying no slack to at least 1 more placement point. 6 kills already on the count for them. Might get another 7th. 9 kills already for Triema. Are also into placement points, and despite Satter are still left with all 4 men. Hypebeast left with 2, and they still think about pushing against that compound. Novik just sitting here on the stairs, waiting for someone to move. Crossface over here in the other building, also waiting for someone to make a move. And over here there is a move between Lois and Lentane and the Boastgusters. Happy knock. Nate coming out, might be a bit too far. That Nate in the direction of Yoli was better. That is even more on point. Another one, Leto. Just knock against Ariel and kill against Happy. Dolly gets the first one, but is eliminated by the Panzer. Boastgusters out on rank number 8. Let's hop over here. Not quite sure where there's so much shooting. Oh, there were cars. Yeah, circle shifted like I suggested in the direction of the thirst traps. Position for them. They did give up a bit on that position. Nate in the direction of Marv. The peloton low with the knock against I don't know. And suddenly the position from Triema is not as good as they would like. That is still over here waiting for his chance to make a move. Mouse gets eliminated. Kirin knocked by Novik, who's on the roof. Phosphase doing phosphase things. Says, alright, I'm gonna move forwards. I only have 1 gear, and that's forwards into the danger. But I'm still waiting for him, though. Over here, Primal says, alright, let's advance as well. Kill number 10. That flush against Yuri. Peloton knocked as well. Satter eliminated by the blue. Very unfortunate. You can see Harpies moving forwards as well. Good Vibes might take that chance to move up. Has seen Novik there. The position for him is not too bad. First 2 tags against Novik with that headshot. Additionally, Novik left with just 1 HP. Then Monkey. And now we with the knock flush against Lead. Oh, Pitaya is eliminated. And Dragon's Kiss is out on rank number 6. Marv now facing off against 2. Or, well, 1-ish. Salmon with the knock against Novik, who gets a knock against Mommy, though. Marv trying his best, not able to get the knock against Fugazi. Gets fault in the process. Osway's thinking about going for the rest of Novik. Triema eliminated. 5 kills for Novik. Top 4 situation. Far deep. Pushing close. Gonna close as well. Molly in the direction of Fugazi is not good. That looked weird for a moment. Going with the kill against Novik. Just looked like the car was flying. We know stuff like that. Swinging chain moving forwards. Primal in a not so good position. They still have this little corner here they can play. But if they overpeak to the right, Lithuanian chain will have them in their sights. They overpeak to the left. Both and Rentane will have them in their sights. Crossface says, alright, I'm gonna take the low road. Trying to play the edges over here. He needs to move forwards to at least this position over here, which would be right behind Lieutenant Dane. And Lito is already watching that position. It's not looking too good for him. Thing for him is that the thirst reps are watching a different position, but Foss is eliminated with some shots in the direction of Lito. Not able to get the knock or flush in. Therefore, the High Priests are eliminated on rank number 4. It says, alright, let's move to the left now. Try to face off against the thirst traps. Might have seen Kirin there. Break coming in. Kirin sees him first, though. Oh, he's not knocked. It looked like Denner was knocked, but he just proned. Lithuanian Shaman Malmo still waiting for that chance to do something against Novi and Jagazi. But he's still over here. Not sure who he should knock. Still have a nade with Lito. For the thirst traps, we still have 2 nades for good vibes. For Primal, it's 3 nades for Jagazi, while Sideep gets a knock flush against Dana together, against Kirin together with Dana. Good vibes, knocked by Jagazi. But I'm not able to get the kill, and suddenly the thirst traps are eliminated. Ring 8 prior. Both and Rentane doing everything they can to advance. Lito spotted by Novi. Jagazi with a knock against Danner. Now it's a 2 against 2. No chance for Lito to go on the rest. Primal with some nades in the direction of Fire Deep. Not able to do any damage though. So there's still 2 boxes over here. He might be able to find some more utility if he's lucky. There's another one over here, but still. Looks like a good match for Primal. 9 kills for them already. That's not the kill count though. If I'm not mistaken. We had 10 earlier. Someone. Both and Rentane with 8 so far. That's a good match for them. So trying to move forwards with that from his POV. Not seeing anything except for the blue zone nade. Lito pushes forward, gets knocked. Sideep though with the re-knock against Jagazi. Now running through that Molotov, and that's it. GG, well played. Wouldn't want a chicken dinner. Primal does it with 11 kills. 2,855 damage and 6 assists. We'll hop over for a quick break before we will return with match number 3. And we are back with match number 3, hopping over to Rondo. As you can see, our plane starts in the east and will go to the west. quite similar to that flight path we had in Miramar, but the other way around. And up here, you can see our next plane advancing. We'll hop over to the leaderboard after the teams have settled in and if there is no hot drop. First, though, let's check out where the teams will drop. Not quite sure why we can't. Oh, there we go. Next Gen Boomers and Lathan Endane as well as NWP out first, stream following. Next up, we have a Primal. Oh, that's a bit too far. Primal, 6 feet 4, fully tattered, late to party, Storanam, the Young Danes, Higher Beast. And we have No Slack and Dragon's Kiss as well as Higos Amigos. Pulling them, we have the Boast Gusters. Last but not least, the Thirst Traps are dropping out of that plane. So it might be a hot drop between Higos Amigos and Dragon's Kiss. I'm not quite sure we will have that commit between both of them. Xerox here quite close to mix him. He might die first. Like he's trying to get further though. Trying to get away there. Over here still, Mani and Yuri. Trying for a little competition there. I was trying to get to that compound and looks like Yuri's a bit lower. Trying to go for the car. Perfect. Oh, that is perfect. Ah, unfortunately, Mani using the Panzer but not hitting Yuri, and therefore Yuri is able to get away with the car and still alive. The first kill of the match has been prohibited. Unfortunate for the players from Higos Amigos. Still, Yuri knows that Smedembabe and Avia are over there, so he's trying to drive away around them. Circle shifted to the south. Good position for late to party, currently in the center of the circle, except for well, for half of late to party, because the other half is Hung Shan. And it looks like the mayor and its Mani are currently searching for their, well, for their victim over here for Yuri. The one who tried to get away. Question is, will he be able to get away? Because I guess that Mani and the mayor will not find him. Oh yeah, they don't have a clue where he's at. At least they will get another car. Dropping out mid-drive. That hurt a bit. Nonetheless, as you can see, we already have our first team going for rotation, which is quite early, considering we have just 3 minutes and 30 seconds played. But the next Gen Boomer said, it's time already. We're tired. We want to go to bed. We are boomers. Boomers need their beauty sleep. Aside from that, not really much happening. You can see Peloton arrived. The position of Moon Forest. Yuri's still on his way. More movement coming into the map though. Boyd is not quite sure where to go. He might be facing off against Xerox in a few seconds. Looking like that. Oh, first tech already hits. Holy smokes. While trying to get away there. Good thing the bus is so silent. just be... Not quite sure why he's not driving on the other side of that ridge, because that would mean that Barracks would not be able to spot him anymore. What's up next? Let's see if we still have other teams with problems. Possible solutions. It might be the next position where, as we can see, the next gen boomers will try to play for. Vixen already with the Panzer in hand, waiting for someone to arrive. We can see, again, already arrived with the bus. Still, the young Dane saying, all right. Calm and quiet wins the race. That parking gets eliminated. Yellow with the Panzer against Tien, and suddenly the next gen boomers say, alright, this might have not been the best idea. Someone says, oh man, I have found some new friends. They get kills. Maybe I can do one. Me with the first airdrop of the game and the AWM and level 3 gear, obviously. Might have to watch out from behind. We can see 6'4", fully tattered, arriving. 4 men, 1 car. Not the best possible solution. And that, whoa, they just, well, that was quick. Trema eliminating, annihilating, dominating 6'4", fully tattered. I'm not quite sure what to say to that, but that was the quickest elimination of a team I've seen in a while. Well, at least 1 team, 1 car. Over here, our next fight between 3 teams. Thirst Traps, Boastgusters, and Dragon's Kiss. Happy eliminated. Moon Forest will get eliminated. Malmo Manila gets eliminated. Good vibes. Getting close. I'm not quite sure. Sees Color Peloton and he gets knocked as well. Now it's just Yuri. Yuri knocked. And the last remaining player is Pitaya over here. And through. Get some good hit in against Good Vibes. Not able to get the knock though. Lead in hand is cooked. Bounces off and gets a knock. How lucky can you be? The answer is yes. Pitaya gets in. Next knock against Lithuanian. Shame. Not able to get the flush for a few seconds. And now from the side, Kirin Ichiban. And he's able to get in the next corner, but still. Thirst Traps eliminated. Eliminate Dragon's Kiss on rank number 14. The Boastgusters say, alright, we don't want anything to do with that. No, they did not eliminate the Thirst Traps. Ichiban still alive. Last man standing for the Thirst Traps. They'll have a wide bar split. Corrigos, amigos. Mani quite close to Kirin Ichiban. As you can see, no visibility anymore. Avion's mid bar, but not even close. And Demea in the air. Saying, alright, I'm gonna get you all the intel I can. Lito quite close to Elkius. Locks. Yeah, looking off against Holy Man Templar, while Elkius is in trouble. 1 against 4. Dana Mouse, Leto, and Slideep coming in. Sleep sees him, has a bit of proof, but Denner gets knocked first. And Ankius, yeah, well, he pays for that with his life. Very unfortunate there, but still able to get Denner back is of man's help. Gladden. He's one and is down to 5 HP instantly. Nox arriving. Just behind Mouse, who's trying to fall back. And Vlad knocked and flushed, but I don't know. Says, yeah, well, we'll join in there. 8 flash. Another flash. Oh, and Soda. Being aware of side ape. And that's it. GG, well played. Sorry, I'm eliminated on rank 13. Eliminated. Over here. Team Smarty with the knock against Nimsy. Just barely, though. Going for the flush is successful. Later party behind him. Renzari coming close. Trying to get the drive-by. Trying to get away now. Shots by Hot and Spicy. And over here, RVO gets knocked. Smith and Baba and Demir, though, with the kill against It's Not Lupus. That's a bit of retaliation against later party. Whoa, Xerox with that M16. Able to take out Demir. I'll tell you, Xerox he's always playing that M16. I'm afraid of that. I mean, it kind of looks like his shooting is bound to the wheel, the mouse wheel. Considering how fast he shoots with it. Coming in from the other side now. Spicy still from behind. Only trying to get away. Demir spotted and knocked. We have seen Xerox. Gets a knock in. Gets knocked from the side though. The last man standing now. For late to party gets tagged by Renzarin. And he might be able to go for the races. Has to heal Demir first. In the direction is good. But not good enough to get the flush. Rex will be back on his feet shortly as well. Smoking goes on the rest for RVO. Zoe with another Nate and Molly. And that Molly is good against Maiden Barbie. There was shots against Xerox, who takes the toll. Has to fall back, but gets the kill against Maiden Barbie, and therefore he got some Amigas left with 3 players as well only. But it's 2 against 3, and Xerox and Shoei are trying to fall back. Quite sure where Xerox is trying to go though. As you can see, shots coming in from NWP, and Money says, well, nice of you to show up. Xerox confirmed dead, I guess. Yes. That means, theoretically, the lineup from here, we have our next fight. No Slack. Taking out 2 of the Boatgusters. Scarp again. That's the 2nd and 3rd kill for him. You can see Happy just coming back. Wanted to land where his teammates were at. Yeah, not gonna happen. Question is, will Fastface look into the air? Is just above him somewhere. Oh, there. He's not seeing it. I mean, Ingmar, Doffy, they were shooting it happy. And Fussface just ignores it. Just like, huh, where did he land? I didn't see him. Where the heck did he land? And that's it. Finally, he found him. Didn't see anyone arriving. What you talking about, Bull? I was here quite close to a Fussface as well. Right, I'm gonna drive in a different direction. Simon, 4GM is still out over here as well. The other teammates are in the circle already. He's still in the blue. Over here we still have Primo. Those traps are still out of the blue as well. And over here we have a breach. Novik. Fussface just trying to forcibly get that car away. Another knock. Ingmar coming in as well now. IXC gets a knock in. Well done. Nate in hand against Doffy and Novik. And that might be it for the Hype Beast. That's coming in from the side. Hype Beast eliminated on rank 12. Prima with the last shots. Bed Barbadena and Nimsy coming back now. Not quite sure where Denna wants to go. Just following Nimsy there saying, alright, well, the heck, Alito's over here. Denna's just saying, alright, I'm just gonna follow the other parachute. That should be one of my teammates, no? With some tags. I mean, the best bet for him would try to arrive over here. Shoei gets eliminated. There might be still, yeah, level 2 west. And the Micro Easy as well. An MK. So, still some loot. No helmet, though. Will be difficult to play. I guess Amiga's left with 3 men standing. They got their 4th man back with Maiden Barbe. Just waiting over here. Get loot in that bush. That formerly belonged to one of Late to Party's player. Hasn't reloaded yet. I'm not quite sure why not, though. Now from behind we can see the Surge traps arriving. Good vibes and Lithuanian shame. Get up with the knock against Marv. Then I actually behind Mixon there. Scarf coming close as well. Oh, Primer from the side. Getter just able to prone. Nate in hand against Simon. Not too good. He's still alive as well. Nate, that one would have been... No, it was perfect. Against Simon. Car is blowing up. Gets the kill. Second one rolls down the hill. And Mommy's left without cover. And getting pushed by the car. Oh man, that car hurt him more than anything else, I guess. Rumble with more shots into that smoke. Good position so far for Higos Amigos over here. Over here could have been able to get them. No. There's a Rich over here. I don't know, might be able to get some kills in against No Slack. Knock against IXC. Flush might be confirmed too. Not hit by that Panzer. That was lucky. Rema with kill number 10 already this match. And this nade hit quite well close to home. And that car might be his doom. If you stay too close to an already burning car. I mean... I'm not quite sure if this car wants to fall over or if it will just stay like that. Maybe it will decide later on. Lita made it to dinner. And close together. Primal. Young Danes. No slack, left with 2 players only. Did get an airdrop though. And over here, Higos Amigos, Thirst Traps, the next gen boomers, and all the way over here, and WP. But considering that there's only one team currently in the circle, which is Lathan Renting. Flags facing off against the Young Danes. Mies is the last man standing, at least was briefly for a moment, before Mixon came over with the P90 in hand. Those traps move into the circle as well. We still have Mummy over here. For Trema. Trying to move forwards. Might have been, yeah, has been spotted by Euro Enjoyer. And that's it. Mixon with the kill against Mommy, and therefore Trema eliminated on rank 8. But in the placement points, means that one more placement point for them. WP spotted by Primal. That's in the direction of the next gen boomers. 2-man and a bus without power. Only not really willing to risk peeking over the ridge too much. Be quite close here to Primal. Not sure if he should go for the push or if he should go for the rest. If you want to go for the rest, you should have done that a few seconds ago. Once Renzarin arrived at your position, man. Hit against Jagazi is good. Renzarin with the knock against Jagazi, though. Euro Enjoy with the knock against Lito, though. That has been on range. So they say, alright, let's fight on the 3 fronts already. Then Bob knocked by Fortman. Then Boomer saying, alright. We can fight against Primal. We can fight against NWP. Let's fight against Higos Amigos. Red Bob eliminated by Yellow, though. It is stolen. Falling back. Watch out, though. Yellow. Trying to get an angle in on that fight. Not able to do so. Another nade in the direction of Lithuanian Shame. A bit too short from Mixon. Lithuanian Shame still in trouble, though. There's shots coming in from Luthen Rentain as well. On that name is another one. Way too short. Good vibes still. Oh, that blue donate. That blue donate might be doing the dirty deed. Barely. Barely. Good vibes spotted by Mixon there. Lithuanian Shame eliminated as well. Surge traps out of ring number 7. And over here, we lose. Based on Rentain against Primal. Means we're down to 4 teams. 2 players left, 4 Young Danes. Higos Amigos left with 3. No slap. No slap. And WP left with 3. And a Primal left with all 4 members of their team. Mia behind his burning. I guess it was a Bugatti. Xen and Yellow over here. Searching for a fight too. Primal so far with a good position in the circle. They do have the high ground. Together with the Young Danes. That's in favor of them. Seeing as Mixon takes out 2 of Higos Amigos players. Which just leaves Demea. Nice shots against Renzarin as well. Going back now, which might give Demir the time to go for the rest on money at least. And the Young Danes have been eliminated. Well, that happened quick. Paganda moving forwards. Demea says, all right, I'm going to play for a time now. I'm not risking trying to go for the race. Let's see. 2 nades for Yugazi, 2 nades for Novi, 1 nade for Euro Enjoyer. Mea, no utilities except for 1 flash. 1 nade each for Renzar and Nimsi and Paganda for NWP. Question is, will Higos Amigos be able to get 2nd place? Or will that belong to NWP or Primal? He taking out money. Means to me is the last man standing, or was the last man standing, because he was spotted by Nimsy as well. He did try to go for the rest, it seems. Or Money just tried to crawl to him. Still best position now in the circle. I wanted to say theoretically for Primal. But Paganda just showing me that I was mistaken there. Already made it up the hill. Novi. Spotted behind the tree. Enjoy with the knock against Rinzaren. Now it's a 2 against 3 again. Match will not take so much longer. 27 minutes have been played. Here the Enjoyer saying, alright, let's use the auto part. Spotted by Paganda. Here he has stopped moving as well. We spotted. Just building his shield, his foldable shield, just in the right second. And that nade gets a knock in. 2 against 3 now, from NWP's perspective. NWP were on rank 14 prior to this match. Primal on rank 4. And gets a flush, and your Enjoy attacked as well. This might mean more points for them on the board. Now taking over the place. Your Enjoy held prior, who's trying to go over to the left now. Sees Bergander, gets a knock with the farmers. Next knock, and now it's 1 against 2. Question is, can Nimsy go for the rest on Renzaren? How much smoke? He has no smoke left. Push comes to shove. He gets the first knock, but Jugazi coming in from the side means business. Primal with the winner chicken dinner. 11 kills for them, 1,595 damage, but 6 assists for the Young Danes. We'll hop over for a quick break before we return with match number 4. And there we go, back with the updated leaderboard. No Slack still in the lead. Wrong leaderboard though. Go for the match leaderboard, obviously. That. Okay. First place now for Triema in the lobby with 103 points. Primal coming in close second with 101. 97 points so far for No Slack. 76 for the Hypebeast, 72 for the Thirst Traps, 58 for the Young Danes, 54 for Luis and Landane, 50 for Higos Amigos, 50 as well for Late to Party, 46 for NWP, 32 for Storinam, 31 for Dragon's Kiss, 27 for 6 Feet 4 Fully Tattered, 20 for the Next Gen Boomers, 16 for the Boastgusters, and last but not least 14 for Retard and Expert. Let's hop over. Match number 4 is awaiting us. We are almost ready to go back into the match. And as you can see, we are back on the beautiful Tago, one of the greener maps on the match in the game. And we could see the first teams already dropping out. Let's go over here. As you can see, one of those being the lineup from Lathan Rentane as well as a Dragon's Kiss. Then we have the Thirst Traps, the Boastgusters, Late to Party, Triema, Primal, No Slack, Hypebeast, Storinam. Over here we have NWP, the Young Danes, and Next Gen Boomers, Higos Amigos, and last but not least 6 Feet 4 Fully Tattered. Shots coming in from the lineup of Lathan Rentane already in the direction of Peloton for Dragon's Kiss. Unfortunately, he tried to drop quite close to Lathan Rentane, and they wouldn't want to have any of that. Aside from that, nothing out of the ordinary. Everything quite far away. Seems quite close to Scav. That's the only exception. We'll see a kill there. No, we might see a kill there. Nimsy in the same compound. And that might be our first kill of the match. Nimsy with shotty in hand. And Scuff. Just waiting for him. And that's the first kill of the match. GG well played to No Slack. Taking out Nimsy there. Now the other players of NWP will be too fond of that happening. Circle, quite central. We didn't talk about that yet, but I'll do that now. Good position for Triema, who are currently quite close to the center of it. Center should be around here-ish. So I don't know, is one of the closest players. Same goes for Soda. Looks like it's close-ish. I might want to play a different compound though. NWP, you can see Ranzaran already moving forward. Says, well, let's see what we can do. Maybe get our teammates' chip back and then get him back into the match? No? Right. Seems like his teammates are not willing to do so. Aside from them, we still have other teams like Stornam, the Hypebeast, Boastgusters, and Primal, as well as Later Party in the circle. Yet, Next Gen Boomers advancing. Same goes for the Young Danes. And over here, we still have 3 teams, 4 teams with Higos Amigos, and 6, 4, 5 teams, which need to make it to the zone as well. Being Lois and Rentane, Dragon's Kiss, Thirst Traps, part of Primal, Higos Amigos, 6 Feet 4 Fully Tattered. As you can see, movement is in. Vagander, well, he wasn't really sure if he should jump out. Or if he should try getting some shots in. also against Nixon, but without sight on the weapon. That proved to be difficult. Hawkman, might see Renzaren arriving. That's coming in. Wants to get the chip of Nimsy. But after those shots from Forkman, he decides against trying to get it. That's in the direction of late to party as well by Scarf. Got the first kill of the match. It might be going on the count for Mise, considering his position. At least. If it's not Lupus decides to go for it, I'm gonna correct myself. Or coming in here. 5 piece facing off against Soranam, facing off against the Young Danes. Soda, Alcus, and Vladan eliminated. That means there's just one left, and that's Manox. He's trying to get somewhere. Not quite sure where, though. Over here we can see Lupus quite close to Mise. Might have heard the shots. Fortman thinking about going for the airdrops. WP quite close though, and they are already shooting at him. Was thinking about, well, let's spot. Maybe we can see someone, but yeah, wasn't in his favor. Iranian Shame with some shots in the direction of Shoei. Gets another attack. Down to 39 HP, but not yet. As we can see, Good Vibes already trying to open up. Trying to get an angle against late to party. Emergency pickup was called by Lothian and Dane. They didn't use it. Not quite sure why though. Well, NWP is happy about those loot drops. The Crossface still on the other side of the river. And looks like I said, the last remaining player for Storanam. Late to party, not sure where the Surf Straps currently are not pushing. That might happen with the next circle shift. Shots in the direction of Pitaya. And over here, Cynic has found VSS Enjoyer 2. Question is, can the Young Danes go for the rest? It looks like he might be able to crawl away. And Mixon might be able to go for it. But I don't see 6'4", fully tatted going for that push. The high piece are currently, well, quite fond of that situation over here. Here though we can see I mean, Moonforest currently crouching on the floor, and somehow with 1 HP, Yuri is able to get away there. I mean, if he just crashes into a wall or something, that should have been it for him. Holy smokes, 1 HP, that was close. That was really close. Well, healing as well. Oh yeah. And the glider. I'm quite sure where Moonforest is. running around over here. You can see the Hypebeast pushing against the young Dane. Shots coming in from the side from Ketter. The hell's the off angle. Able to get the knock against Novik. Gets tagged and 1 HP remains. A nade by Doffy. And Doffy gets knocked. Yellow, we see car explosion. Nade landed perfectly. Crossface not even close over here. Oh, I gotta correct myself. He is close-ish. Not so close that he could engage into that fight. But close enough to get the knock against Mixon. Moving down the hill. Yellow spotted as well. Gotta get the angle so he can get the kill against Novik. If Crossface is able to move forward now. Last remaining player close to the young Danes. Doesn't go. In the direction of yellow. Ketter with nade in hand, and that bounces off okay-ish. Got the angle of the window still. Window frame. With knock against Ingmar. Flush confirmed as well. Now it's just Fussface. You're thinking about, was that move really the right idea here? Or should I try something different? Get the first one, gets the second one. Earns at least one kill with that molly. He's yellow. Not flash. Trying to jump too far, and the Hypebeasts are out on ring number 15. Ketter with the last kill. But they lose VSS Enjoyer 2 as well, so I'm not quite sure if that paid off. I mean, good. They can still get them back, but nonetheless, it's another point on the board for the Hypebeasts. Over here, Zetrone trying to heal. As we can see, the blue zone nade advancing. First nade, though, a bit too short. And Misi gets knocked by Tien. That nade by Scaff was way better. Move forward and gets a knock against Zetron. Flush confirmed. Which means the next gen boomers have one player less. Might have a second less as well. Christian knocked by Sata. Void moving forwards. Any of the shots from Sata. And might be a good one. Shots as well. Nate a bit too short. Sata now with the spray in the direction of Lloyd. Reload. It finds Fortman and Tien though. That just means Lloyd is the last man standing for the next gen boomers. And Scarf says, alright, I'm gonna do the drive-by honors. Next gen boom is eliminated on ring 40. Manox, the last survivor, forced to Ranam. Not sure if it was mates were killed. No, not even close. Not sure where to hide. Most likely this shack might be his new home. It is. I saw correctly. Circle shifted to the... Oh, he did. Did he recall? Or were... No, that... Most likely that were... over here, Mixon and VSS Enjoyer got recalled from the young Danes. But the Danes back to 4 man. We can see shots from the Boastgasters in the direction of a Dragon's Kiss. Feet 4 fully tatted also with some shots in the direction of NWP. Nothing serious though. Looks like coming in from behind. Let's see where they want to go. They are still out of the circle. Hasn't advanced yet. His teammates are already in. Those teammates are the ones currently shooting in the direction of No Slack. In the direction of the Emma. Still waiting for his chance there. Hear those shots, he knows there's one team in front of him. They're getting shot at. Reset us, brace. Not good. 8. That one might be good. Ew. Too short. Yeah, with the knock against Mid and Barbie. Haven't had that. Nate, that one was better. Sata gets tagged and knocked by Mommy's Nate. Nate coming in. No Slack and throws this stream. We saw that fight early as well. Diamond gets a kill against Mixon. So I'm not fighting on one front, but 2 fronts. Next Nate coming in. That might be a good one against. That was perfect against IXA. Did not see that coming. Gaff knocked as well. Demir coming in from the side. Now it's just Sata left alive as last man standing, or it was just Sata. Eliminated No Slack out on rank 13. I'm not quite sure, but that should be the fastest elimination of him. House here. All the thirst traps just about. No, below Kurinichiban. Those traps. We lose heavy for the Boastgasters. Now Yoli is the last man standing. He's Shingen driving away. Against Kiss over here. Also searching for a chance. Led to party left with 3 players. 1 kill so far. Dragon's Kiss with 1 kill as well. And we have some mortar shots over there. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to go. Side deep over here. Who got the mortar? At least he has the emergency pickup. This over here. Little dip. Boastgasters eliminated. Yola dies to the blue. Because I'm not gonna grant anyone that kill. Nichiban prone here. Over there we still have Manox. Last man standing. Shots wing in the direction of the surge traps. I'm over here with shots in the direction of Higos Amigos. Feed 4. The knock, but losing a player as well. And over there we lose a Dragon's Kiss against NWP. Renzarin with the MG3. And together with Berganda getting the kills against Yuri and Pitaya. On the top of the hill we still have a Triema. We have seen and heard Shingen. He's Berganda as well. Tags coming in. Not able to get the knock. Still away off that compound. Has seen Limp Rider. definitely not bad to be aware of that compound, but it's also not bad to be aware of the young Danes. Hit in the direction of, I don't know. Also, Keta falling back already. Alright, let's circle around to the left. What's coming in? Shouldn't be anything serious though. We can see Manox might get some new friends in form of Leith and Dane. Okay, let's move first and get the good spots. And the loot. So we with the knock against Dimea. And we have another game crash. This could not happen at a better time, I tell you. And it would be a joke, because there's never a good time for a game crash. Never. But yeah, PUBG doing PUBG things. We all know that. Very unfortunate that we have to do this again. But that means in the meantime, we can check out the total leaderboard. And as you can see, no slack, 176 points. They're still on first. But Primal's getting close with 159. Then we have Tremor with 156. The Hypebeast with 146. Washed did not make any points. They might drop down another spot because the Thirst Traps now are on rank 6. Unwanted is not playing. Lewis in the with 95 will maybe overtake them as well. Kitchen is not playing. Later Party has 78 points now, with Higos Amigos coming in 11th place. And NWP with 12th place, 76 points each. Young Danes also same points, ranked number 13. Then we have Vulcan not playing today. Dragon's Kiss taking over, rank 15, playing today. Perpetual Faya not playing. Soranam, same points, but they are playing today. Then we have Tilt Factory with 49, Scar Summerland with 48. Retired and expired, they're not playing anymore today. They did play today, but are unfortunately not in the lobby anymore. We'll hop over to the match now. We are back with match number 4. Hot and spicy, last man standing for Later Party. Sees and sprays and gets the knock against Ranzarin. NWP had the advantage over here on the corner. They're coming in as well. From behind, it's PM, I don't know. Later Party is eliminated. Keta still in the blue over here. Needs to heal. I'm not quite sure if he will make it. Most likely not. I don't know. Eliminated as well. We still have Manox over here for Storanam. And Shingen is eliminated as well. Danner gets the last kill. Yura Enjoy over here. With some shots in the direction of Lathan and Dane. I'm still left with 3 players. Yes, Amigos also still left with 2 players. With Mani and IVO. And we still have Keter. Manox behind Lathan and Dane. That could be in favor of the other teams. Keter coming in over here. He still made it to the circle. But has Danner just above him. The biggest issue for Lois and Lentane is that Manox is still behind them. Still in the shack, and they didn't check that. I mean, as long as Sideep and Mouse are staying over here, those Leto, they are not in any immediate danger. Because 3 against 1 is still in favor of the team with 3 players. Even though, if those guys get attacked first. Primal over here. 4 kills so far to the name. Higos Amigos with 2. Staying hidden, staying safe. Young Danes with 8 kills. 6 of those from Keter. We might go for more. Manox. Moving up the ranks. 0 kills so far for Suriname. His teammates were eliminated quite early. He's trying to get as much points as possible. I mean, So far, he's not doing a bad job. He's getting those placement points, which are worth a bit more than kills. I mean, you can generally need points, but placement points are always good. Danner with the elimination of Keter. Means top 4 for Menox now. Has seen Side Deep. Has seen Lito. Knows where Mouse is. Coming close again. Needs to move. Needs to move fast-ish. First aid again. I mean, and now Side Deep has seen him, and that's it. Starting eliminated on rank 4. Side Deep just turning around in the worst moment possible. At least from Menox's point of view. That means we're down to 3 teams. 4 players left. 4 Lathan and Dane. 3 for Primal. And 2 for Higos Amigos. The only teams so far in the circle are Higos Amigos with Mani and Avio. Moving forward. I'm not quite sure if Avio... Yeah, he has boost. 5 nates. You can see 5 nates for both of them. And I found a nice hidden gem. Better so far, leader, most kills. Scarf with 3 kills. Tying with Denner. Then we have Mommy and Bossface with 2 each. Most damage by Keta with 745 damage. And most damage taken as well with 912. Mouse pushing forwards, get another knock against Jagezi. Means Primal left with just Jura and Droya. The knock though. Get him back. Deep moving all around. Mouse with another nade against the knock. Spray coming in, and that should be it for Jura and Droya. Or not. Almost getting that knock, and now it's 2 against 4. Higos and Magos. They will get second rank. 4 against 2. Lito with the MG3 in hand. This will be a drive-by. I mean, we could tie with the MG3s. They're just running around, looting. With no care in the world. Denner trying. Precious in. Avia with nade in hand. Denner with the nade back. That one landed better. It wasn't too bad if it would have been exploded on impact. Avio knocked, and that is just money. Side Deep has seen him. They're coming out, money running into the blue. Still, Mouse with the drive-by. GG well played. Lathan Rentane with the 12-kill chicken dinner. 1,725.55 damage by Primal. And 5 assists for the Young Danes. We'll hop over for a quick break before we return with match number 5. And we are back with the updated leaderboard. Even though first we'll go with the complete leaderboard. 181 points for No Slack, 168 for Primal, 164 for 3MA, 150 for the IPs, 117 for Luis and Dane. Then we have the Thirst Traps with 105 on rank 7. Young Danes with 87 going up to rank 10. Higas Amigos dropping down to 11. 1 point, less has an WP on rank number 12. Late to Party, another point less with 82 on rank 13. Suriname was 58 on rank 15. Dragon's Kiss, 1 point less with 57 on rank 16. Then we have the Boastgusters with 44 on rank 22. So double the points. Worst placement, I guess. At 6 feet 4, fully tattered with 42 points on rank 23. Let's hop over to match number 5 of the day. We'll hop into the beautiful, the good, the old, the classic Erangel. First to drop out are Dragon's Kiss and the guys from Luis and Rentane. Following them, we have the Boastgusters and Higos Amigos. Next up, we have Late to Party, Suriname, No Slack, and the Hype Beasts, as well as 6 feet 4 of fully tattered Primal, Shema, and the next gen boomers, as well as last but not least, and WP, Thirst Traps, and the guys from the Young Dane. Quite sure why Kirin Ichiban and teammates are staying in the plane so long. And longer. Limp Rider seems to be AFK for 6 feet 4 fully tattered because his teammates landed in Roshok. And we have our first fight already over here between the Boastgusters and Higos Amigos for Yasnaya Polyana. Kamishki split played by Lois and Rentane. Then we have the Manjin Lipovka split maybe played by Dragon's Kiss. The Vernie shooting range played by No Slack. Circle shifts in favor of Primal with North George. South George played by NWP. Gantka split by the next gen boomers. Indian shame. I'm not quite sure. He saw the Murider there. The question is, will he go and try to run him over? It looks like it. Question is, will the Murider make it? And the answer is no. And he finds the weapon. Reloads. First shot's coming out. Lithuanian Shame has to dodge that fight for now. That might change in a few seconds because he found a weapon of his own. That's alright. Let's fight. M4 versus AK. With scope versus without scope. Oh, and it's Limp Murado who goes down against the M4. First kill of the match for Lithuanian Shame and the Thirst Traps. When Barber, Demea, Mani, and Avia have fallen back, so the fight in Yasnaya Polyana will not happen, it seems. Circle shifted to the northwestern part of the map. Like I said, good position for Primal. We might have an end zone around here-ish. Again, that happened a few times. But the first shift most likely will tell us where the circle will go in the end. VZ and Syntax now left for 6 feet 4 fully tattered. They were the only players to begin with. There were only 3 to begin with in this match, though. Very unfortunate for them. gonna try my new feature again. Lithuanian Shame, the only one who has kills, but we have 4 players with damage already, and 5 players who have already taken damage. Money with 32 damage, most likely shot at Yolle. Limp Murider, who took 33 from Lithuanian Shame. Happy with 37 damage. I'm not quite sure who he shot at, because there's no one who did 37. So I guess he took it somehow himself. Yoli with 60 against Avio, and Lithuanian Shame with 100 against Limp Mule Rider. I like that new feature. Yes, amigos, driving around over here. Madam Baba says, alright, the bike is the way to go. Trying to go for a car, or maybe trying to drive around here. Oh, there's a bike over here. Yeah, I wouldn't say that bike is broken, but if you place it like that, you might think so. Because floating in midair here. The only thing... No, there's nothing touching the ground. So it's hovering in midair. It's a hover bike. Coming against late to party. Sata here quite close to Novi. Waiting for his chance. Oh, and Novi just barely able to get back into the car. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. The red zone has taken its toll. The red zone has taken its toll. I repeat, the red zone has taken its toll. That's the first time in this match, or in this league, that I've casted where the red zone took its toll. Sata eliminated by Xerox. He's playing again M16. He liked that darn weapon so much. I mean, he's most likely one of the only players I know of who's maining M16. Not quite sure where show he's at. I'll back around. Shots coming in from the last remaining players of... Well, last remaining players is a bit harsh, but from the other remaining players. Floyd coming over the ridge. Gets a headshot from that... From the shotty. Or what? Should have gotten a headshot from that shotty, but did not. And a bit far behind together with Zetron, so Floyd most likely will be eliminated over here by Trema. Doris with another knock against Ugezi. Now that fight is in complete utter carnage. Oh, he just barely going for the race. 1 HP. Floyd eliminated by Simon now. No Slack says, alright. If 2 teams fight, why not play third party? Arriving here. Enjoy with the knock against Xerox. Oh, God, with a perfect headshot against your Enjoyer. And this time your Enjoyer is bleeding out. Last time it was 1 HP. Saving him, clinging to life. Novi, Gasparian Monkey, and they are retreating from that fight. Now it's No Slack facing off against Late to Party, and they have the compound. Which means they have way more cover than No Slack has in that position. And it's interesting to see. Yeah, we still have the Higos Amigos up here in the blue. The Mayor driving back. Most likely wants to go for a glider. Forgot, I'm not quite sure what he tried to do there. Wrong direction. Tim, please explain. We still have the Boastcasters over here, and one half of the show straps still in the blue. And from down here, Marv with some shots in the direction of Tien. Nice shot. Get attack. And over here we do have an airdrop for Marv. Let's see if it's the AWM. Oh, it's in Lynx. Well, that works as well. I mean, that works as well as Sniper. We see the lineup. From Trema pushing forwards in the direction of the next gen boomers. Shots coming in from behind while Novik loses his life against Vladen. Ortman knock. And trying to prohibit the push and the flush. Nate's coming in. Well placed. Nate's to be precise. Nate's in the direction of Tien. He's still not knocked. Oh, that run I want to say. And waiting for his chance. Gets the knock against, I don't know. But yeah, with that flush, well, that was not the best position. Next gen boomers eliminated by Malmo Manila for the Surf Traps. Question is, can Simon go for the rest on Mommy here? Because the next team is already advancing in form of the Young Danes. Simon spots Mixon. And for the rest of I don't know. Healing as well. Ah, he had the big first hit. I was wondering why I was bandaging. Off. Arrived as well below Keta. Sees him. Sprays. And that's it for Keta. Pushing forward. Sees Mommy. Fights. Gets a headshot in. But that nade from Thurman is perfect. And now it's just VSS Enjoyer. Marv moving forwards. And that's it. GG well played. The Young Danes are eliminated. 5 kills for Simon already. Just barely after 11.5 minutes in the map. Enjoyer coming back for Primal. Over here we have a fight between Lathan and Dane and the both Gustas. Partially at least. From behind. Denner coming close. Watch out though, because Happy still has the off angle against him. I'm not quite sure where Happy wants to go. But I guess he might want to go all the way over here. Looks like it's shots coming in from Higos Amigos. Even further. They're currently down in the bunker. Nice headshot and knock from Happy. Might get the flush against, might get the kill against Leto. They're trying to smoke. Got a successful flush. That means Denner is in trouble. And Mouse are the last 2 remaining players. Happy might be in trouble as well, because like I said, Higos Amigos are quite close and most likely have heard those shots. Over here. He's one of the Postgusters. And Mouse is spotted as well. Oh. Try to make himself as small as possible. Silent as a mouse. But unfortunately was eliminated. And that just leaves one, which is Danner. Trying to get away there. Circle shifted down to the south. Good position for the Surf Traps. Even better position though for the High Beast. At least for now. That position here. They do have an awful lot of vision. Novik coming back as well. will most likely be able to reach that compound. Question is, will he stay alive while trying to get there? And we still have Phosphate. The outer skirts of Rojok. He sees the surge traps arriving. Knows they're there. Can tell his teammates, alright, you got company, guys. We have one over there, one over there. We're trying to get into the compound. Shots coming in from Stornam. Over here we have Dragon's Kiss. Quite close to later party. And Spicy with some more shots. I guess this fight might happen. On the other hand, Primal is in trouble. Novi and Berliner Monkey knocked. Over here. Randra is still in the blue. One kill for NWP, one for the Boastgusters. Hot and Spicy trying to get away. I'm not quite sure that was his best idea. Loop is not sure if he should push further. The answer is yes, yes, you should. Only a bit too short. I mean, you can perfectly play around here. Then try to come over here. In the perfect position. He still gets a knock against Peloton. Showy has the right idea, and Moonforest, no visuals whatsoever. Oh man, that oversight was missing. Moonforest knocked now. Pitaya almost down as well, and now it's the perfect time for Zeros to take advantage of his M16. And that's it. Yuri eliminated by that nade from Hot and Spicy, and that means that Dragon's Kiss is out of the match, but the same might be happening too late to party. Because Noslack is advancing into that fight. And suddenly, Zarx is the last man standing. Sees Ajax, he gets the knock, and there comes another one. Mise with the farmers. Well enough to get that kill in. And therefore, late to party eliminated on rank 12. Circle shifted again to the north. Like I thought it would happen. Another kill and another knock for Higos Amigos. Money with the knock against Heavy. There's only one left, which is Yola over here fighting against NWP. And he's eliminated by Nimsy. Both Gustus out on rank 11. Means we're down to 10 teams. 33 players alive, which means roughly 3.3 players per team. So 3 players per team, with like, or maybe having one more, or well, maybe even more with solos. I don't know. I mean, we could get more players because Yura Enjoy has recalled. Money gets eliminated. Crossface over here. Entry aim is drawn close. Simon just in front of him. All shame eliminates Mom. Or coming in from the other side. This might be interesting for Phosphate. Is he over here? Well, as we can see, Higos Amigos made it to one of the compounds. Lito going for the loot ship station. Maybe? Nope. Going for the loot. Doesn't have the chips. Was recalled. Thanks to over here, Danner. Enjoy, like I said, with the call for his 2 remaining teammates, most likely. Suriname, they do have the top hill compound. And you enjoy, unfortunately. I'm not quite sure how Scaff did see him. Holy shit. Considering Scaff was here, he somehow saw Yura Enjoy over there running around. That's awareness 101. Just below Lothian Rentain. For Lothian Rentain below. No slack. Down here we still have 2 players left. 4 6 feet 4 fully tattered. Oh. And Frostface with the kill against Marv. Each one with the kill against Simon. Boss has to swim. And might die against Lithuanian Shame. You've seen him. It's not looking like Foss has seen him. And that's it. Lithuanian Shame with the knock and the flush against Frostface. He was not aware of him. Good vibes, quite close to Higas Amigos. Novi coming back for Primal there. The other was building a monkey. They don't know where to go. Because there's no loot ever anywhere. Then eliminated. Last one standing. Actually, with some shots in the air. Like, Primal doesn't care. But, thinking about, alright, should we push? No, let's go back. It's like if I say, alright, should I shift the observing to someone else? No, let's stay with them. Oh, shit, they did not die. Forwards, good position over here, maybe for no slack. I don't know, last man standing for 3MA. And over here, Novik with the knock against Manox. And I'm in trouble. They're still committing for that push. Well, that should have... That would have been the possible best option for, I don't know. But High Beasts eliminate Storanam, except for one. Accuse going on the count for VZ. Circle quite small already, as you can see. Oh, it's moving now. Star knocked by Jagazi. Nate's coming in. Oh, good Nate. Another one that was a bit too short. And that against Nimsy was perfect. Braganda says, alright, I'm not gonna take any chance. Sorry to disturb you there, but you're running right into the hands of Noslack. Or could have run right into the hands of Noslack. Nate's coming in from behind. Noslack trying the batter down now with the knock against Berlini Monkey. That means Novi is the last man standing for. Propaganda killed by Ingmar. He is the last man standing for Primal, but he has no loot. He has no loot whatsoever. No heal, no nothing. Renzarin will go for the rush on Shingen. They need to move though, then as the circle. Nate coming out. Badimir is a bit too short in the direction of Novi. And Avia steals it before the next Nate lands perfectly. I would have gotten him killed. Nonetheless, Higos Amigos not in the circle. Same can be applied for half of the surf traps. I don't know, with the knock against Toffee. Pushing forwards. On the other side, Ingmar is the last man left for the High Beasts. No, with the flush, Ingmar says, alright, I'm going to fall back. Still, both of them are in the circle. That nade could be good. Or not. I mean, that gas can, you should... Something I say often, but it seems not often enough. If you see a gas can close to you, get that shit away. Being knocked by Smedenbarbe. Because Amigo's trying to play the north of the map. That's good for them. Avia with the kill against Renzarin. Means rank number 6 for NWP. No slack in trouble against the thirst traps. Both nades by good luck though. Well, hitting that tree. And now, as we can see, Higos Amigos with a good position. Theoretically, if there would not be a no slack. 7 kills for them already. Nate in hand for IXE. Well, that's just a smoke though. The 12 players still alive. 4 players left for the third trap. 3 players left for no slack as well as Higos Amigos. I do have to watch out because one of those cars is about to blow. Both of them actually. Ingmar and I don't know the last snakes so far. Jeff moving forwards. Good position there. Taking the car with the C4. Not quite sure where the car is. Oh, there. Not even close. Not even close. Dimea with the kill against Mise. Knocked by good vibes though. Tried to go for the C4 move. Did not pay off. That car. Lost his back left, his back right tire. Disabling more tires. I actually still has to move. No chance for him though. Does he still have smokes? Yes. 5 smokes and a smoke launch and nade. I'm not quite sure why he's not moving with smokes. Gav just waiting for his inevitable doom. Well, we can see that Lithuanian shame is... Well, he was moving, saying, alright, there was an airdrop there. Well, who am I to not gonna take what's in there? He did leave the MG3 there. And gets a kill against, I don't know. I don't know how that happened. Aids and utility in the direction of IXE. Molly a bit too short though. Sorry, Buddy Mea has more than enough ammo for it. Back against IXE by something. I'm not quite sure what. I'm on the circle. Lithuanian Shame advanced to his position. Scaff now with a knock against Kirin. Medbarbe moving forwards using the burning Uzi. It covered up in the last second. Did show his hat. 8. In the direction of Higos Amigos. They are not in the circle yet. Work with the knock against Emir. Avio, the last man standing. That mate not hitting anything. Push by no slack. Ingmar with a nice tack against Avio. Another flash. And that's it. GG, well played. Higos Amigos eliminated on rank 4. And over here, those most likely will be the winners. The thirst traps. Ingmar coming in most likely second. Not sure why he's trying to jump out of the window. Just stay there. Don't need to move. I mean, if you want to surprise the thirst traps, yes, you might do that. But considering there could have been someone down here somewhere, also risky. So 1 player left for the Hypebeast, which is Ingmar. 2 players left for Noslack, IXE, and Scarf. Currently repairing their gear. Or their looted gear. They should maybe repair the car, I guess, because that's the only thing that's still working. It still has all 4 tires. And I doubt that they can move forwards without a car. Lithuanian Shame knows Ingmar's there. Kirin, Malmo, and Good Vibes know that No Slick is over there somehow. Ingmar? Well, just sitting here, waiting. Hoping he gets not eliminated first. Trying to have the upper hand if the lineup from the search traps size go over the southern part of the map. Exit knocked by good vibes. Yeah, going for the rest. I'm still unsure why they did not take the car here. I mean, they did have the repair kit. They could have just repaired it, if I'm not mistaken. That would have been the best move with the car to this position. Et voila, you're in this circle. Contact as well. Lithuanian Shame with Nate in hand. Wrong direction. Oh, well, no. Not too bad. Oh, nice headshots. And Lithuanian Shame with the elimination of Ingmar on ring 3. Which means this most likely will be the end because I don't... Well, no slack. They are first. Don't get me wrong. They are first, but it's 2 against 4. And I actually says, alright, it's 3 against 2. Momo, though, with the MG3 in hand, already going for the res. That should be a safe res. Like they always say, save res, get me. I actually knocked now. And now Scaff is the last remaining player. Kirin Ichiban with the flush. And Scaff says, nope. Kirin Ichiban is knocked. Still, though, now from the side, it's the end. Oh, nice headshot there against Malmo. Moving forwards again. Just has a broken UAZ for him as cover. Malmo with an 8 in hand. Flash is coming out. No chance for Scaff to see anything. First Nate. Lands past the second and third. Nate land perfect though. And that's the winner, chicken dinner for the Thirst Traps with 11 kills. 2,258 damage for the Thirst Traps. And 8 assists for Noiselek in the end. We'll hop over for a quick break before we will return with the last match of the day. And we are back with the updated leaderboard for one more time. 197 points now for No Slack. Just barely scratching on this 200 points. Then we have Triema with 176, 169 for Primal, 162 for the Hypebeast, 126, so turning the last two digits around with the Thirst Traps. Then we have Lois in Rentain on rank number 6 with 117 points. Washed and Unwanted are not playing. Higos Amigos was 94 points still. Yeah, barely clinging to those 3 digits. Same goes for NWP with 90 points. Kitchen not playing. Then we have the Young Danes with 87 points. Late to Party was 87 as well. Vulcan not playing. Suriname was 59. Dragon's Kiss was 58. Then we have the Boastgusters was 47. Retired and Expired was 45. 6 feet 4 fully tattooed was 44. And the next gen Boomers, last but not least, with 38 points. Let's hop over. Match number 6. The last match of the day is about to begin. As you can see, the teams already dropped out of the plane. NWP first, following them we have No Slack, Dragon's Kiss, Primal, Lois and Rentain, then Late to Party, Higos Amigos, Hypebeast, the next gen Boomers, Trieba, Suriname, the Young Danes, and last but not least, going for Sosnovka Island, we have the Thirst Traps and the Boastgusters. We might have a slight hot drop over here. No, that's just going for the car. Might be able to... No. Run over Shoei was what I wanted to say, but Shoei got a car for himself, so not happening. Then over here we have Suriname and the next gen Boom is quite close to each other, but there will be no fight, I guess. That might change over here on Sosnovka Military Island, on the military base, between the Boastgusters and the Thirst Traps. Any shame already with the T4 in hand. Malmo just over here below. Boastgusters. Micro Yuzi in hand. Waiting for his chance and gets the first knock against Happy. Unfortunate. Just barely started the match, and 2 minutes in you're already eliminated. Good thing now we have the blue chips and the recall feature. Otherwise that might be a... What the... With the 500 IQ move. But I'm not sure if Malmo will see that. That's an interesting move though. I mean, he does not. He hears the shots. But unfortunately for Yolle, he's not able to get that kill. And he's not able to get back out of the room. That's even worse for him, I guess. Good vibes tagged by Ariel. Or by Heavy, I'm not sure. No, Heavy. Hearing going for the roof. The only one not in the building here. All C compound. Still waiting for Lithuanian Shame to make his move. Not looking like that will happen soon though. Still watching the roof, sees Kirin. Oh, nice headshot. Ariel still unable to get the knock in. E4 by Lithuanian Shame applied. dropping out this area. I'm sorry, bro. I can't help you. Now it's 2 against 4. Let's see what else happened, because the circle shifted to the north. You can see Primal has moved. Because Movers are moving. Next gen Boomers are moving. GMR all the way in the north. Same goes for Noislag. Best position so far for Primal. Center of the circle. The Young Danes are moving. Dragon's Kiss is moving. NWP was 2-2 split. Then we still have Sternum and the High Piece over here. But this right here is the only fight we at the moment we do have at the moment. Even though Yellow and Heavy are not doing much. But with my luck, the moment I say I'm going to shift away and come back later to this fight, it will happen. Another C4. Oh, on the roof. We're dodging back. Heavy with a knock against Malmo. Trying to drop down there. You're in. Door. Still staying outside though. Heavy wants to go for the kill, but that does not pay off. And now it's just YOLO, the only one left standing for the Boast Justice. Means good vibes. All Lithuanian shame, good vibes will go for the race. Lithuanian shame going for the flush on Heavy. At least trying to do so. Took some time. We're still waiting down here, waiting for the last man make his move. Almost getting that knock with the Blues on 8. Renzarin running over Baganda. I'm not quite sure what happened there with NWP. Let's check the map. They're over here. Moth might get a kill. Shoots 2 tires, and the Boastcasters are eliminated. And Malmo with the Panzer against Yoli. More shots by Mom in the direction of Shingen. And Shingen has only 2 tires left. Car is burning. Shingen has run now. Good thing for him. The Young Danes, well, bad thing for him. The Young Danes did see him. Good for him, though, that... I don't know with the kill. I want to say good for him that Mommy got pressured by the Young Danes. Bad for him, though. He still got killed in the end. Nonetheless, Darren over here pushing close to Marv. Get in that compound. It's sneaky peeky like. Over here we have the High Beasts facing off against Dragon's Kiss. At least half of Dragon's Kiss with Pitaya and Moon Forest. They try to breach Pelopolaton. Now the last remaining player. Getting shot at by Shoei. We can play with this again. 2 kills so far for Lithuanian Shaman Malmo Manila. with one of each for Xerox Zeta, and I don't know. Most damage by Lithuanian Shame. Most damage taken by Good Vibes. That multi-kill against Keter. Not sure where that happens. Oh, still. Quite close to Renzarin. I'm not quite sure if he knows Renzarin's there. But it feels like it. Now he knows. Oh, and Marv gets knocked. And gets flushed. I'm not quite sure what to... Where are his... Oh, his teammates are over here. They left him alone. Makes him pushing forwards. Yellow and VSS Android 2. Not close. Trying to get closer though. Might have spotted. No, for a brief moment. And it looks like Triema says, alright, we'll dodge that fight. Circle did shift. They most likely want to try to get their position back. Because they know Renzarin and Nimsy are only 2 players left standing. But we'll stay with this fight, even though we hear shots in the back. Most likely Renzarin might have heard that crashing sound from the car. I've seen more on the roof. Right, not confirmed. I'm with the knock against Nimsy. Now it's just Renzarin. Right, coming in, Simon has to reload. He's him on the roof, and that's it. GG, well played. Simon barely clings to life with 5 HP. And MWP is eliminated from the last match of the day. Cross face, getting in a kill, and Ingmar with a knock of his own against Shigezi. Unfortunately, though, the Harpies are in the red zone. No, the red zone might be quite deadly if you're unlucky. Well, looks like they are lucky, though. Yellow going for the recall station, which means that the Young Danes will play with 4 players in a few seconds. Like, the thirst traps are finally on their way to the circle. Enjoy quite close to LQs. Has been spotted, and VSS Android is not too annoyed about that kill. I mean, I would be happy. More shots, I'm not quite sure from whom, in the direction of whom. Yellow with a bolty shot against Soda. And now it looks like Stornum will have to face off against the Young Danes. Quite sure how motivated Vladin and Manox are to push. But it looks like not. Circle shifts quite central this time. Good position for no slack over here in the shooting range. Not quite sure why Triema gave up that position. They might regret that one. Over here we can see the heartbeats advancing as well. 4 kills for them. The Simon currently the leader with 3 kills. Lithuanian Shame 259 damage, and Malmo has taken 478 damage. And he's still alive. Keta coming back now. Which means all 4 players. Well, it means 3 players of the Young Danes are still on their feet, because VSS Enjoy 2 got just knocked. But yellow should be able to go for the rest. Smoke coming in. Rest being applied. That means all four will continue playing. Pelle finally going for the recall station. The question is, how many of his friends can he call back? And Novi coming in. He was able to do so. The Hypebeast, well, they are hunting. They want to hunt. They want to get that kill. Oh, I see. Fast with the BRDM. Getting attack. Getting another attack. Nice drive through the blue now. Using bandages to heal. Just in front of him, though, there's another team waiting. I mean, not waiting, but they can maybe hear him. And Korean almost flipped his car there. And with the knock against Doffy. Sprayed by Pelle, and he gets two! He gets two! From barely clinging to life and barely rescuing his teammates to getting 2 kills. Well, Doffy is eliminated by the thirst traps. Novik is still waiting for them. As Rain and Shame tries to drive by and regrets that. Pelle with another kill. Taking out Kirin as well. And that's the thirst traps out on rank number 12. Pelle. Not only with the hero move rescue, also with the clutch against the thirst traps. But yeah, well, he needs a new car. I mean, I would say use this one. It's looking good, but well, let's see. I would not suggest going into that direction because Dana is just waiting for him. Teammates are coming back though. And unfortunately for Pelle, that hero move. Hypebeast just wanted to steal those kills. Mouse already in the compound. Pretty boy Floyd over here for the next gen Pumas. All the way behind them. Behind Zeton. Not quite sure where Zeton is. Which direction. Line and Spraith gets the knock. Will pay for that with his life because Manox comes in from behind. He gets a kill. He gets a knock, but Fortman with the kill against him. And now Fort needs to run for his dear life. Tremor now with the kills against It's Not Lupus and Zarok Simon with 5 kills already to his name. And Lathan Rentane, they figured out there was a fight there. They're moving. Not fast, but they're moving. Then with the knock against Maiden Barbe. RVO with the kill against Mixon almost though. Ketter just behind him. 1-on-1, and that is won by Ketter. Deep with the knock against Floyd. Money going for the flush there. Mia gets a kill against Mixon. Nate in the direction of Money. Might be a bit too... Oh, wasn't too bad about the second from Yellow. That landed perfectly. It's just Mia, the last man standing. Work in the direction of the airdrop. Trying to go for the rest on IVO. Get it close. Yellow close as well. Two party eliminated. Ketter spots the mayor. Not looking too good for Higos amigos. And from the side, VSS Enjoyer 2. Gets a knock against the mayor. Avio spotted as well. The Young Danes annihilate Higos amigos. We're down to 8 teams. 5 beasts. Lost fast face. Portman says, alright, I'm gonna use the emergency cover flare to kill you. I didn't know it would fly through the tree. I mean, how lucky can you be if it lands like that? Listen, Rentine, yeah, they got that BRDM from Fuzz. Novik and Ingmar, the last two men standing for the high beast. Then over here, we still have no slack with all 4 players. 2 players left for Primal. Like I said, this position, that was held by Triema earlier. Still with all 4 players as well. This thing, alright, so we got enough. Barely enough ammo. Side heap. Oh my god! And Ingmar and Novik with the kills against Lothin Rentane. Barely clinging to life there. Ingmar almost down 8 bullets in his weapon. Oh my gosh, he definitely needed ammo. So they needed those kills. You see already in a good position, getting some help from Scav and IXE. Just waiting for the last 2 players from the high beast to advance further. They do have the BRDM. I'm not quite sure how damaged that one is. But it's not looking like they want to play it. Airdrop over here. AWM. They're waiting for his chance to get a kill in either against Ingmar or against Novik. Are being closer. They still have the next gen boom is in front of them. I was like, can I take it? Am I allowed to take it? Right. AWM. There has seen Novik now. Force might be able to get the kill against Mixon, who's flying around in the air over here. Getting shot at by Primal. Hit from Mite in the direction of Ingmar and Novik, and that one is not too bad. That's a knock against Novik. And that one was perfect. Mise eliminating the high beast single-nadedly, or, well, two-nadedly. Petron and for the rest on, well, trying to get some heal from Tien, because he's not rezzing him, not in the slightest. I'm not even sure if he will be able to make it to the circle. Portman crawling forwards. Oh, Petron gets knocked as well on that. Just Portman is the last man standing for the next Jamboomus. 4 players left for the Young Danes. Forest eliminated by yellow. 2 players left for Primal. 4 player left for Triema, as well as for No Slack. That says, alright, I'm gonna nade this. Not quite sure if there's someone there, but maybe. If there's someone there, rather naded than not naded. Look. Getting huge. Ketter pays for those shots against Fortman with some health of his own. He's here with the knock against VSS and Joy 2. And the Young Danes are fighting on 4 fronts. Fortman eliminated, was spotted by Misa as well. Also gets a kill against VSS and Joy 2. That means 5 kills to his name. Let's see if that's the most we have in the game. Now Simon currently leading with 6. Ketter with 622 damage and Malmo with 640 damage taken. So Simon over here. If we would have the fantasy league for this, I would put my money on Simon. Good amount of kills. Yeah, put some text there. These are the Young Danes fighting against Primal. So he's the last man standing for Primal now. 0 kills to their name. But that name, oh, unfortunately bounces off. Hit from yellow, goes high. Or could have taken damage. Oh, Novi with the first knock and goes for the flush. But from above, Mixon comes a tad too late. And we're down to 3 teams. 4 players, 4 no slack, and Trema, 1 player left for the Young Danes. And theoretically, that's not too good for Trema, because Mixon most likely would fight against them. I might have seen I exit there for a brief second. Good position in a circle for everyone but me, say. At least got another airdrop. With another AWM, so more ammo for him. Double airdrop though. And another MG3. Spotted over here. MK14 for I don't know. And the DBS. Alright, he's going for it. 9 damage. And he gets the headshot kill with the DBS in the end game. Young Danes eliminated on rank 3. I'm not quite sure how mad Mixon is about that. But considering how many players play DBS and how many played in the end game, and if you get killed with that, man, I guess most players, if not all, would be furious about that. It's like the least favorite weapon out of the airdrop weapon. And for someone to take that and even kill you with that. Simon quite close here to Sata. She's coming out. Sata not seeing too much. You can see Scaff trying to get the high ground again. Gets tagged and gets knocked. And that is not good for no slack. Sata behind the car. Mommy with the molly in hand. That's too far. Barman gets knocked. Sata eliminated. Oh, no. Yeah, well. Oh, 1 against 2. Ike's is the last man standing. Molly coming out. Now it's me. And Marv. Marv with the flush against Mise. Not sure what to see because that logo is too big. IXE, and that's Marv. GG well played. Winner chicken in a Triema. With 12 kills, eliminating no slack in the end. 1,712 damage though by the Young Danes and 8 assists from Triema. Let's see how they fare in the updated leaderboard in a few seconds, but first let's calculate it myself. In the Group A versus B leaderboard, Triema were leading already with 123 points, with no slack coming in second with 180. But let's start from the bottom up. Postgusters, they get 0 points, so they stay at 19. NWP got 1 point. They had 60 prior, which means 61 now. Most likely their position will not change. Stirstraps, 5 kills. They had 95 points, so they finally made it to 100 points. Storanum, 0 points. They had, let me check, 37 prior, which means they stay at 37. Late to party, 1 point. They had 59 and were behind NWP, which means they have 60 now. but still, NWP made 1 point as well, so they stay in front. Higos Amigos made 1 point. They had 68, so they get to 69 now. Theoretically tying with the Young Danes, but they still got points. Lathan Rentane, 3 points, 4 kills, 1 point for placement means 4, so they get an even 80 points. Hypebeasts had 8, a plus 1 placement point means 9 points, so 101 points for them. Dragon's Kiss, 2 points for placement, 3 points, 4 kills means 5. They had 33 prior means 38. Then we had the Next Gen Boomers with 3 points plus 3 placement points means 6. They have 26 points now from this group match. Primal, 1 point for kills, 4 points for placement means 5, so 116. The Young Danes with 9, plus an additionally 5 for placement means 14. They had 69 points prior, meaning they get up to 83 points, and therefore are in front of Lothan Rentane. Then we have No Slack, 10 points, 4 kills, 6 for placement means 16, so 134. But Thema, 12 kills plus 10, 22 points, so they have 145. Let's hop over to the leaderboard. Oh, that's the wrong one. I would like the non-complete leaderboard for now. There we go. First place for 3M in the group with 145 points. Then we have 134 for No Slack, 116 for Primal, 101 for the High Beast, and 100, last but not least, for the Surge Traps in the triple digits. 83 points for the Young Danes, 80 for Lathan Rentane, and 69 for Higos Amigos, then 61 for NWP, 60 for Late to Party, 38 for Dragon's Kiss, 37 for Soranam, 32 for 6 Feet 4 Fully Tatted, 26 for the Next Gen Boomers, 19 for the Boastgusters, and 14 for Retired and Expired. And, because that's not all, we're gonna hop over to the full leaderboard. No Slack still in the lead with 213 points. Trema just barely scratching to those 200 points with 198. Then we have 174 for Primal, 171 for the High Beast, 131 for Surge Traps, and 121 for Lathan Rentane. Washed Wolf play next week. The Young Danes with 101 made it to the triple digits. Then we have Unwanted playing next week as well with 100 points. Higos Amigos with 95 on rank 10, 91 points for NWP. Kitchen playing next week as well with 89 points. Later Party with 88, 1 point behind them. Then Vulcan with 63 and Dragon's Kiss with 63. Vulcan having 1 placement point more, so they are on rank 14 instead of rank 16 and instead of rank 15. But Vulcan has played 6 matches less than Dragon Kiss. Soranam was 59 on rank 16. Then we have Perpetual Failure was 54. They will play next week as well. Haven't played their next match day yet. Tilt Factory and Scara Summerland with 49 and 48 points have 1 match day less as well. Then we have the Boastgusters with 47 points and Retired and Expired with 45, as well as 44 points for 6 Feet 4 Fully Tatted, all against us and the Next Gen Boomers. Out of those teams, all against us will have 1 game day less than the other teams. So that's it for today. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you again next week for the next match day. Group B versus Group C will be highlighted then, and I'll rate you over to someone else. I hope we see each other again. Bye bye. Have a nice evening.